all the way to the top, and just leave the seam allowance. If you want to leave a little bit for a washing allowance, now's the time to do it on the back here where the zip is. You could leave the seam a fraction bigger along the back. Personally, I like to have them nice and tailored fitting, but you might have a customer that asks you to make them a little bit bigger purposely because they want to wash them rather than dry cleaning them, and the fabric maybe have a little bit of shrinkage to the fabric, so you could always allow a little bit on the back, just so over time the zip, you've always got that little bit of allowance on the zip. But I would only do that on the back. I wouldn't leave seams bigger anywhere else, otherwise it starts making the whole cover kind of too big, too baggy. So that's our marker for the valance, 8 3/4. Now we just want to pin across the top, follow the shape of the back, making sure that you end up matching to where the wing comes over. So my wing finishes here. You can see the pins there where my finger is. So the back's going across, and then I'm going to start bringing it down so I finish off level with the pin marks on the inside wing. Making sure to pull any excess fabric over towards you. I'm just starting to follow the shape down a little bit now. I'm just angling down towards this edge of the wing. So I followed from the wing, and now you can just trim off, leaving the seam allowance. And now where the wing comes across around, just pin the wing. So I've turned the seam towards the back. So I've turned the seam, pinned it round that way, fold that down, and you can just shape that round so you can follow that line along the back and follow the sewing line around. You pop a notch on the top of the inside back there, and then just check the seam allowances. And then finally, we're just looking for the halfway notch. That's where I'm getting the halfway from the top. I'm just going to check it from the top edge of the chair on the outside. 29 1/4, so that's 14.5 fraction. Just that. So that's my halfway notch. So there's no excess fabric, it's all been pinned and it's all tailored nicely. Same on the outside. We'll have the Velcro down here, pulling that nice and tight underneath. The seam will follow down here. The facing, we've pinned it in nice and tight. Like I said, a lot of people, when they're making covers, tend to make this. I think they sometimes panic thinking they're scared to make it tight, but you've got to pin in to these angled pieces. Pin along the front tight, then you're following up with the pin marks nice and tight, keeping it tight all the way around. That's how you get a great fit on the front of an arm. We worked in the arm collar. Again, it might be worth watching this part of the video twice, how I do this wing part, because it's worth it to get this sitting correctly. So it might be worth just watching that twice on the video. So that's it, that's the pattern complete. Ready for the cutting table.